Hello, I teach for the business department at Sylvania, and I have to say, without rubbing it in, I had the best summer of my life. And I'll just say that the hiking was incredible. The visit with family and friends were perfect. But beyond those wonderful things, the most inspiring part of my summer was listening and watching people in every corner of the United States struggle to find their voices and to tell stories that are really, really difficult to tell, but we know are really important to hear. And thankfully, this seems to be a movement that's not losing any steam. And when I came to in-service this week, I think that was really reassured. And I'm very grateful for that. So every year when I come back for teaching, I try to think of something I can work towards in my teaching to hopefully make it better, and helping students, finding better ways to help students find their voices seemed like the perfect thing at the perfect time. So what's magic about this at PCC is there couldn't be a better place for this to happen. Our students come to us with life stories I can't possibly imagine. And they have experience from living on the fringe that we can't teach in a classroom. But what we do know is we can help them think critically, we can help them read, speak better than I do, interpret natural history, understand the natural world around them. The list goes on and on. That's why we're so lucky to be here at PCC, what we have to offer. Here's an example of the power of that, just one example. I'm very fortunate to be going into my 10th year of working with the Students for Giving project at Sylvania. And in that project, students learn about the nonprofit community. But even more importantly, they learn about the difficult social issues that are trying to be solved in that community. And they get to feel like they're part of the solution by directing the giving of $10,000 to the community. Every year, there's really inspiring stories from these students, not only the life that they bring into the classroom, which is just amazing, but also what they observe when they go out and work in the community as part of the project. There's one particular story that I will always hold closest to my heart. And it started several years ago when my husband, Casey, who also teaches at Sylvania, and I decided to do a very small community project in Old Town, down at the intersection of 2nd and Cooch. And we committed to going down there one day a week for an entire year. And every single day we were down there, there was a man named Jason that would come by us. And he would kindly greet us, and then when he went on his way, he would bless us. And I was always very grateful for that. And we got to know him a little bit more, and we learned that Jason had spent almost a lifetime in addiction and homelessness. He had finally gotten himself into stable housing, was working with a local community program, and most importantly, he had a huge dream. He hoped someday that he could counsel other people going through something like this. So, 2 years later, I walked into the first day of my Students for Giving class, and Jason was in the back corner. He had no idea I was the instructor for this crazy class he'd signed up for. But he was enrolled at PCC, and he was part of Cascade's drug and alcohol counseling program, where he still is today. I was so fortunate that term to be able to watch Jason get his voice. And he became the most inspiring and effective student leader I've seen. Jason and I stay in touch, and he shared these pictures with me, because as a transition to a healthier life, Jason walks 11 miles a day. He's lost over 150 pounds, and he's in his first relationship in over a decade. So we don't create Jasons at PCC. We don't get that kind of credit. Our students come with their own gifts, their own dreams, and definitely a lot of their own troubles they bring to us. But what we do is critical and worthy of our best efforts. And whenever I look at Jason, I think of that, because we are the bridges from our students' life experiences to their dreams. And I hope all of you find many Jasons in your classrooms next week. And Jason would be most disappointed with me if I didn't also extend his blessings to all of you. Thank you.